It's the final news and development update for 2021. We've got you covered with all of the latest announcements, releases, and development news as we bring 2021 to a close. Let's jump into this week's video. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. This is where we bring you all the news when it comes to development and flight sim news in one weekly video. Now, before we jump into the video, 75% of all viewers, oh actually I should say it's 74% now of all viewers who watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel aren't subscribed. So if that's one of you, please hit that subscribe button. It is much appreciated, and the notification bell, that way you know when our next video goes live. Kicking off this week's announcements, and the first one goes to the team at Big Radial Designs. This week they have announced they are developing the Grumman Goose for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Grumman, which will be the JRF-6 variant, is set to be built from the ground up for the new sim, and it will include some unique features to the aircraft such as vacuum power flaps, and it will have a detailed realistic fuel system. Big Radial Design showcases some screenshots of the work so far and the level of detail we should expect. Being that this project is in early development, the team has not included anything about release dates or price at this stage, but of course we're going to keep you posted. Moving on to the next announcement for the week, and it goes to the team at Azure Poly, if I said that correctly. This week they've updated us with their latest on the project of the CM170. Since the announcement early in November, the project from Azure Poly showcased some screenshots of what's happening. From what we can see is that it will include a EFB that will be implemented where you'll be able to see and manage the aircraft systems. Judging from the screenshots, the texture work and the modeling seems to be a fair way along in the development. No update on price or release date yet for the CM170, but we'll keep you posted as we keep our eye on any future updates. Fly-by-wire releases some new screenshots of its in-development A380 this week. The A380 is set to be a very high detail freeware product for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It was originally slated for a 2021 release, but we haven't heard much about the project for some time. Not much detail was released by Fly-by-wire other than a few screenshots showcasing the cockpit, the engine and external modeling of the A380. We don't know when the release date will be at this stage, but of course we will keep you posted as we see any more news when it comes to this very sought after aircraft. Moving on to this week's releases, and this one is an interesting one by the team over at Rex Simulations as they released the AccuSeason for Microsoft Flight Simulator. AccuSeason contains a bunch of seasonal presets and vegetation options that can be applied globally in the sim. The product's main feature is a dynamic automation where AccuSeason accurately applies a representation of the foliage as it changes with each season throughout the year. When flying around the world, you'll be able to see the colors of the trees changing and the foliage changing. Other features include a tree height adjustment, tree color adjustment, and a bunch of presets have been included. You can pick up your copy of the AccuSeason from Rex Simulations directly from their store or over at the Orbex store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Skyforce Sim releases this week its Sim Assistance, which is called Skyforce Sim Pad for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Skyforce Sim Pad is a new toolbox that has been designed to help you with all your flight information and navigation, such things as airport information, charts, flight route, VORs and MBDs in the correct locations. The map filter allows you to show airports and the requirements such as ILS and runways, elevation data and runway information and frequencies. This is all done from its iPad type display built in one toolkit. You can pick up your copy of SkySim for Pad directly over in that website. I'll leave a link in the description below. And in another release this week is from the team at Jetstream Designs. This week released its new airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is Toulouse Airport. This was released earlier in the year by the team over in P3D Flight Simulator, but it's now made its way over to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Toulouse is the home of Airbus, and it is one of the busiest airports in France. Features include a high detail 4K textures, a detailed custom jetways, hand-painted ground textures with PBR, expansive surrounding area, custom static Airbus and Airbus buildings, 3D passengers in the boarding areas. You can pick up your copy of Jetstream Design Toulouse Airport directly from the Flightbeam website. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below. Moving on to this week's development news update, and the Microsoft team has mentioned this will be the last update from the team this year, as they'll be taking a short break and they'll be back in the new year. This week we received an updated feedback snapshot which appears not to be much different at all to the previous than the week before. There also is no update on the development roadmap, but the team did mention we will obviously receive one in the new year when they get together and come up with a plan that we hope is going to be great for 2022. It's been a busy week in the marketplace this week, as we've had a whopping 41 new products to hit the marketplace and a bunch of updates. There's been 18 on PC and 23 on Xbox. Most of these airports we did see most of these products were all airports, but we did see 3 new aircraft being implemented into the marketplace. One is the C-22J, the EMB-110, and also the P-38 Lightning. It has been a massive year in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. On behalf of the Oz Flight Sim channel, we just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for all your support in 2021. And we'll be back for another big year of flight simulation news, developments, and updates, and all that cool stuff in the new year. This will be our last development and news video for the year, but that's not going to be the last of the content in 2021. We'll have some more videos, content, and also live streams going before the year closes out. But I would like to say again, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. If you got this far in the video and you're enjoying it, please to be sure to hit that like button. It's much appreciated. And if you're part of the 74% of people that watch these videos that aren't subscribed, please help us out. Hit that subscribe button. That would be much appreciated. Stick around, as we're gonna leave you with our other videos that we did this week, which is a top 5 payware aircraft in a Microsoft Flight Simulator in 2021. Highly recommend checking that out.